Good evening, welcome to the first edition of the number one magazine news and current affairs program, Wi Yone Salone. Welcome to live from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Today is Monday, June 3 this year, and we will make this particular program reach you today. My name is Samuel Ali Kamara.
And my name is David Aspen Solomon, member say Wi Yone Salone program we meet you every Monday to Friday from 6 to 7:30 evening time from studios and our book fields. And member say you can join the conversation by way we go join our Facebook page on Radiosl 96.3 FM and same way so on www.riseradio.sl with support from AfriCell.
Inside the program today, we will talk about the National Strategic Action Plan for Open Government Partnership 2024 to 2028. Salone don't welcome the Ethiopia Airlines Air Service na the Freetown International Airport na Lungi. And same way so Action Aid Salone don't support students them with startup kits to the Life by Design Useful and Vocational Training Center within our Wellington. Then story and more plus sport all line up for you inside the program today.
So there with we for the next 1 hour 30 minutes as we go bring you news, but seeing them with happen all about the country. Members to yourself can join the conversation by way how you go send a text message to the AfriCell number 077 963 963. The number again is 077 963 963. But first, make we take the rise news summary.
Rise Radio 96.3 FM. This na the use with me, Bintu Sudan Sise. The Health Promotion Officer and World Health Organization, Fredison Kuti George don say, WHO they create the technical platform for provide scientific evidence we go help guide country them around the world for put measure them in place for control tobacco smoking. George say, the issue around tobacco na one pan the major public health emergency them. As in say, WHO and country them don't they take measure them for see how best them go reduce the cannibal way how people they smoke tobacco. And say, evidence don't show say for smoke tobacco don't reduce na almost 150 country them by big people them with the smoke. But in say, more young people now they into some form of tobacco smoking.
But we can't realize we get the young ones as the older ones they get away. The younger ones they come in because the industries they come out with new forms of cigar where they entice the youth them for coming to smoking. And I guess when I all see they know about shisha now, e-cigarette. Then they come now with cigarette they will get nice flavor. With very nice pass even the former one the way will pardon them with the smoke. So as the old one they retire, you get the new one the way they come on board.
The Health Promotion Officer and World Health Organization, Fredison Kuti George say, them data show say na about 37 million picking them between 13 and 15 years they smoke tobacco all over the world. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte, don officially launch the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy them strategic plan and the Opening Government Initiative 5th National Action Plan 2024 to 2028. When we launch the plan, Honorable Conte talk back about Parliament's strong commitment for promote good governance and democracy. And self say, under President Bio in administration, plenty development don't take place. And say, Salon Parliament don't enact plenty law them for develop the country like the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act and other one them. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte say, government don't demonstrate open government and open citizens them participation. As in reassure say, as chairman for Public Accounts Committee, them go take strong action them for the check but issue them na the audit report according to law. You dey listen to Rise News on Rise Radio 96.3 FM. The Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Nabila Farida Tunis, don't talk about hope for make more tourists dem go come na the country for sake of the Ethiopian Airlines wey don begin come na Salone. The minister talk about the strategic importance of the airline in Kamwan, as he say dem dey expect for get plenty tourists dem from key tourist region dem wey include Asia, Africa and America. Minister Tunis say the Ethiopian Airlines go increase access to the country in different tourism place dem, so he say the ministry dey look for welcome visitor dem and serve for share Salone in rich culture.
Kalilu has a lot to offer, a lot of products and a lot of assets. And you're here, you're invited to enjoy the beauty of the work that we have. We have the islands, we have the mountains, we have beautiful beaches, we have lush forests, birds, dolphins, animals, everything.
The Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Nabila Farida Tunis, encourage international tourists dem for not but the country in culture, beach dem and landscape. Now na use but other country dem. According to BBC, one general strike wey no get any time for end don begin in Nigeria. Usaiwan workman tell the BBC say e no possible for make e able survive on wetin government dey propose as minimum wage because e say e no do for buy one bag rice. The strike don make lights no dey across some parts dem na the country as workman dem shut down the side where lights dey comot. Police dem na Kenya don arrest one 19-year-old driver wey dem film dey beat one traffic police na the capital, Nairobi. The video wey dey go around show the man dey attack the policeman, slap and kick am na the head even after wey the officer fall down na ground. Police report say dem be first tap the man after wey e make one U-turn na one busy road beside in Hamburg other driver dem. That's na news wey come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. My name na Bintu Sudan.
Plenty thank you to Bintu Sudan Sise for we bring the rising summary to we. The time now from studio clock. Now 10 minutes past 6 and the program now Wi Yone Salone where they come to you live from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. And so we'll take you for inside the program today. Health Alert Salone don't tell journalists them but some panitin them where them fair not but now the 5 districts them where they inside the Population Action International Project PI. According to Victor Lansanakoma, Health Alert been get the opportunity for go work on them 5 districts here so as well for monitor the money where the organization they support government with for boost well body business na the country. Make we listen to the report. Health Alert Salone now one civil society and human rights advocacy group we don't they talk and give sabi to people them but well body business na the country. Then same also they promote the interest and right of people way weak and people where society know they respect, especially women and picking them na community them for making them go get access to quality and affordable well body service them and ensure say they respect and protect their human rights. Inside plenty national intervention them, the organization don't undertake advocacy campaign on well body policy reform them, monitor free healthcare medicine and other well body service delivery, promote sensitization and education per infant and maternal mortality and other well body issue them will include water, sanitation and hygiene, sexual reproductive health and family planning, malnutrition, sexual and gender-based violence. As this now for ensure say then realize government in agenda for change on well body implementation and the MDG them per well body business as well body na basic human rights. Friday, May 31 this year, Health Alert been call journalists them for give updates but waiting them fair not, but the 5 different districts them under the Population Action International Project PI. According to Victor Lansana Koroma, when are the executive director of Health Alert, say Health Alert been gets the opportunity for going to 5 districts them like Kalilu, Totangi, Bond and other side them outside the organization where they support government been put money for monitor how then they use the money where then give them as support. This is say now the last quarter report of the 5 districts them where them been cover.
As part of our work in promoting social accountability for improved health service delivery in Sierra Leone, we are providing this report. This is the last quarter report we are providing for the 5 regions or 5 districts health alert coverage. So this report is covering the following districts and facilities. And what the title of the project? Promoting social accountability for improved health service delivery in Sierra Leone. And that project was funded by PI, that is Population Action International, based in USA. And they also got the funding from the Global Financing Facility, GFF. This is a World Bank project. The GFF is hosted by the World Bank. So Health Alliance was given the opportunity to go to Kalilu districts and go to specific facilities where these funds are being provided to government and an organization known as PIA, Partners in Health. Government receive the funds and give those partners. So they are the ones implementing this project in that district, the funds which they got from the GFF. But Health Alliance is also giving the opportunity to go and monitor what PIH is doing with the money, with the people's money in that community.
Them 5 districts here get them coordinator them, where they check the facility them and self they work with well body will command them, forget the information for health alert.
These 5 districts, like I told you, have our coordinators based in these districts. They follow up on these facilities. They work with the healthcare professionals. They also work with the district councils, the chiefs and other COSOs on the ground, and also youth-led organizations, and of course the media. And also we do what we call facility management committee trainings, FMCs. These are community-based structures. Because Health Alert cannot do it alone, so there are also other structures in the facility they call FMCs. They're based in their community. So every morning they go there and check for stock out of drugs, check for availability of service, whether people are paying for immunization, whether they are paying for nutrition, etc. So we partner with them at that community level. Not only with the ministry at national level, but we also do it at district level.
Victor Lansana go before for talk about some panditin them where them fair not na den district here, like proper demarcation, we know they for man and woman them, misuse of the mosquito net, and plenty other thing them. It end up encourage journalists them for they do proper investigation, but well body issue them as way for help donor their efforts for well body business na the country.
So this is one of the facilities there, one of the facilities in Tiw. This is Bomb. They have a population of 4,504 people accessing that service. That's the coverage of people who are accessing those facilities. And they discovered that, of course, some of the findings were that there was no clear demarcation between the male, female, and children. All of them use the same word with limited number of beds and space. For God's sake, children, women, men using the same thing. And guess what? This is the UPC Matru Hospital, a referral hospital for that matter. Of course, he observed that the immunization was high, which is very good. Promptly not, of course, again, that is the whole report. It is given for malnutrition, then from rather the wholesaler. Then let them become malnourished. But that is not supposed to be on market. Just like they are selling bed nets. Bed nets are supposed to be free for malaria prevention. But you see them, then they use it as sapo, use it for go fishing, use it for that. So those issues, if just a journalist want to embark, for instance, like when they did all this bed distribution, journalists go grab them and say, okay, they don't know distribution, well now me and the father go know how this bed nets work. And Global Fund is interested because they spend billions of dollars just on bed nets for salon. And you, a journalist, go find out and go tell Global Fund. Say, Global Fund money, billions of Global Fund money has been misused.
Kemocham na the national coordinator for Health Reporters Network inside Intalk say collaboration between the media and Health Alert is very important and carry on for us journalists them for join Health Reporters Network for Health Alert them work.
So this is the situation in Israel, and Victor told me this is some of the problems that collaboration between the media and Health Alert, for example, can help resolve. Because they meet with these people. These meetings that you said you have had with these people, journalists were there. We can use this kind of platforms. Where are we going? They are going to talk. And they know that we are there as journalists and we are going to have information. And we can go and report this information. Of course, we don't just listen to what they say there and then base our report on only that. But at least you cannot authenticate your report without getting their side, unless they refuse to talk to you. And there is a way you can report that as well. So we complain all the time that they don't talk to us. Yes, they don't talk to us, but that should not prevent us from reporting. So these are all things that we can overcome if we work together as a network.
For Rise Radio, Samuel Ali Kamara, the report.
The program is still listening to Now Yone Salone where they come to you from Wise Radio 96.3 FM. You get your live from studios at Bookfields and stuff on the internet on www.riseradiosl and on our Facebook page on Radiosl 96.3 FM. Remember to the number again, we can send a text message to 077 963 963 077 963 963. Not the number where you go send a text message to, and drop a comment on our Facebook page on Radiosl 96.3 FM. Inside the program today, we will talk about the National Strategic Action Plan for Open Government Partnership 2024 to 2028. And for take a that, we get it we inside the studio. Hannah Hamida Jimmy, when are the OGP Coordinator. Welcome to the studio, Hannah.
Thank you. Good evening, listeners.
Same way, so we get Ibrahim Totangi, when are the chairman for NaCCED, as himself come day inside the studio for can talk about the launch of the fifth edition with the theme Civic Education for Democracy and National Cohesion will be happening at the State Hall inside Parliament building. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Good evening.
So let's start with, like you say, ladies first. So, Madam Hamida, start for tell me about this National Strategic Action Plan for Open Government Partnership 2024 to 2028.
Thank you. Well, actually, now 2 documents we launched that day.
Okay.
The National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, say we dey work with citizens across the country. So the need for know how we get for work with them for the next 4 years. So the strategic plan where they direct we work, we launch on that day. And also the Open Government Partnership, the National Action Plan 5, we launch on that day. So now 2 different documents that we launch on the same day. Fambulengo and for no waiting make we launch then 2 documents and they on the same day. Well, globally, we Sierra Leone be part of the Open Government Partnership. Then they celebrate something where they call Open Gov Week. This na a week where different OGP member countries then they come and showcase what's not the good governance things the way they don't happen. And I sure say Fambulengo agree with me say civics now one of the best things we don't happen back na this country. But I go talk more on the Open Government Partnership. Me, Chairman, there I go talk on the strategic plan. So the Open Government Partnership, the documents where we launch that day, it show reforms them. It comprise reforms the way governments get for implement within this 4-year period. But inside this 4-year period, if we able for complete that implementation as we already gets for one of the commitments them, we go sit down, review, and go back to them. So the first one na strengthening domestic implementation of anti-corruption measures and compliance. We all know say the anti-corruption don't they do boku thing there for corruption at this country. The other one na an engaged youthful populace. The third one na open extractives and beneficial ownership, then systematic disclosure of extractive data. I know say this big Fambulengo one for no waiting a systematic disclosure of extractive data. This they tell you say all the extractives na the thing the way then they mine where then they pull underground where they na this country. So all the data for that day, then for make them let people know waiting at the data for that day. The one the way they work they waiting then they pull the one the way they behind the company na the systematic disclosure. We also get access to justice. We get access to information. This we they talk about proactive disclosure. That before they ask you for the information, you for don't already make that information they known to people. And the final one, na open parliaments. I can't last to open parliaments because they do great things na the OGP arena, both locally and internationally. 2 years back, based on waiting OGP, where parliaments come on board OGP, what did they do? 2 years back, we win the we can third na the global na the West Africa index for parliaments the way open. So Salone win that day, then can third per that day. And I know say we still they make progress. Aside from that, we don't see boku thing the way parliaments they do. Before they not be they make parliaments sit in public, but now you they see say anytime parliaments get sitting, then they put and then they cover and live, then do Facebook live. They also make sure say they na the all the media houses them. They also don't make ramp day for make sure say they make anybody we not able for waka fine, the physically disabled family them. They make sure say they all able for get access to parliament. And now they see you say if you go to parliament, then they must ask you whether you go to you they fill a book all lengths in day. Because we partner with Parliament subscribe to the Open Government Partnership and then commit say this na some reforms the way then they do around Parliament.
Okay, Hamida, we'll go for come back to you now. Let me come over to you, Mr. Kalilu. Again, welcome. So it's always in Hamida don't talk. Which role will NaCCED play for the implementation of this national strategic action plan? Yes, sir?
Yeah, just like how Amina say, there are two things that we talk about here. One is we get NaCCED, the National Council of Civic Education and Democracy. We own strategic plan. That's now how we want for carry on with work for the next 4 years. Now, we don't exist for the last almost 6 years now.
Okay.
And during this period, we don't do a lot of things. And we get another strategic plan, 2019 to 2023. We then they've been done. And over time, we don't get a lot of experience in the way we for approach civic education, the teaching and learning of civic education. Now, initially, we get a lot of focus on the in-school civic education because we want to make sure, say, we do the books them, we do the syllabus, train teachers, and make sure, say, they begin teach civics in schools. That we don't do. Civics, they now 2 periods a week now. Most government and government-assisted schools in this country. And then they examine the beginning panel, and then at the grade sheet. So that's not a good thing. We need for further down there. But in addition to that, there are other elements where, for instance, during this election period, NaCCED be engaged basically in a lot of electoral education work, and even voter education work. And we don't find out, so we should make it a standalone pillar so that when we do civic education, out of school civic education, we will be proactive. We forget a long time for one who go work in issues around democracy, issues around tolerance, issues around participation of especially marginalized groups. So we'll get a pillar for that. So basically, with strategic plan 2024 to 2028 is guided by the experience we've done in Ghana over the last 5 going to 6 years. So now you make now, so we get another element where they say civic support to critical national issues. Where did we get that experience from? For instance, where the COVID thing came, we were out there teaching about how to do prevention, waiting for and all of those things that we were there, marks up, and all of those things. So what we're basically doing is, before time, we want to work with the Ministry of Agriculture or the National Health Agency, for instance, so that when there is a threat, there's a fear of cholera, or how do we prevent cholera, so that we go use with civic engagement methods them for reach out to the communities, and so that we get communities, and whether not song that they make, for me, that will do the preventive elements, them, whether not drama, whichever way they can interact with themselves, for people that will get information. Our key thing is to get people to have knowledge and understanding, and out of that, then go build skills them for be part of the governance process. That's what this is about.
Okay, so you don't make mention about so many things where you say you na key thing for make people get understanding. So person go on for know how actually this really important to the president in 5 priorities and we go for do it youth employment, feed salon, and the rest.
In fact, say that a bill around themselves. Even the National Action Plan,
Okay.
We take that, those key government priorities. So what we do with the National Action Plan, you know, the cow Hannah Hamida Jimmy explained, Sierra Leone did part of what they call the Open Government Partnership. We're in a group of countries then, we believe, say, for achieve reforms, the civil society not necessarily go for the against government. It's possible for civil society and government sit together and agree on which areas then when they will make quick gains then by working together on issues then. For instance, where we don't dip and this is the 5th generation, the 5th cycle of national action plans then. We don't talk about access to justice issues then. Now, we need to go out there and agitate. But civil society groups, we the interest in access to justice. We get CAR, we get NaMATI, we get others there. We're not their interested. So what we do is, we bring them come at the table as the civil society representatives. we want reforms in the justice sector. They will bring down the justice sector, the Ministry of Justice, then they'll bring a representative from them. Together with others, and now what they call co-creation. Both sides, government and civil society, will all they talk about that. We don't talk about how the prison system overcrowded and how we want for then go review some of those cases. We didn't go and agitate. What we did is to have a dialogue around those issues. And you don't see now for the last 2 or so years, you see what's in the justice sector to do. You know, then they go into prisons and they review cases them. You understand? We side them for free passing. We side them for minimizing case or all of that. People then we don't do the processing, the system, the justice system over time. They're not even able for hearing cases and because of all of these issues around reforming the system, with the support of government and civil society, we have been able in a lot of ways for make a mark, you know. So you see now, even the justice, when they talk about Sierra Leone, the indexes on the justice system, you know, there has been an uptick in that area, for instance. And we're also talking about an open parliament where Anna been to talk about, you know, for the most part, we will start for work with Parliament. 2019, Parliament take on the Open Government Partnership. Now include, and during that time, we don't see Parliament don't send out them both the annual report, the budget, the narrative annual report. They don't hold an open day. They don't sign an MOU with civil society. We then go get rapprochement around. Issues around lawmaking, issues around oversight, and then our business is to create an enabling environment for my co-creation take place. May civil society and government sit together and look at things then we then jointly go do, we will achieve reforms in the area of accountability, transparency, and a space for many citizens that participate in their governance process. And that what they do na the OGP. And it can happen, say, NaCCED, na in the supervised OGP. OGP na unit inside NaCCED. And me as chairman of NaCCED, I mean at the point of contact for OGP in this country. Okay. And the Minister of Information and Civic Education, and the ministerial lead, you know, in all of this arrangement. This woman, now in the technical person inside that office as the coordinator.
Okay, so before we come to Hamida, now you make mention of 2 things. One, we get for do collaboration and same with understanding. Now, some of them document there, so person we go in at our go come and tell you say, okay, you then document there, so but we're not able to access them, we're not able to forget knowledge, understanding. But now that you talk about knowledge and understanding, how NaCCED cable for create the accessibility for make that person within our access them and get better understanding about then documents there.
Before we can reach this end now, we don't agree on what's in the inside the National Action Plan. We don't get the process, what I don't refer to as co-creation process. We're not able to go to the list man because, you know, there are limitations as how far I can go even in terms of resources. Okay. But we don't hold consultations them with several civil society groups them and youth groups them on the issues them. When I make you talk about the 5 game changers there. Yes, for instance, Parliament is very important in that 5 game changers them. And the more Parliament is open and transparent, the better for the people of Sierra Leone. What are we talking about here? Parliament then hold the purse string. Then they allocate money to ministries, departments, and agencies. And when then they use that money, now they no more get the authority before the Auditor General. We will come at a particular point in the year. But Parliament can call any of those agencies them where we're responsible for those things. Therefore, call, hey, come on, draw the rope. Come here, come for a hearing. Where are we with the food thing we talk about? Where are we with the job creation thing we talk about? Where are we with all of this? A Parliament leverage on anything and ask the requisite questions and keep the people that were responsible, you hold them to account for the jobs that we're supposed to do. We're not going for waiting towards the 5-year down. Some people say, wait a minute, in China more. Wait the 5-year down, we'll go vote them out. Then if the same people, other people then come back when I do the same thing, then we are going to be at inertia. No movement no go for take place. So that's why we need to have people with a mind to reform. People who want for no one for use the differences in the parties and differences or the arguments about point scoring. We don't want for use down. They want for actually be bold and take actions that we could reform the government for the good of the nation. And that kind of thing they would share for encourage in the open government partnership.
The program is still listening to Wi Yone Salone. They come to you from Wise Radio 96.3 FM. They get you live from studios and bookfields and on the internet on www.riseradiosl. Continue for sending text message to the number 077-960-960, 077-960-960. Now the number we go send text message to, and we go with push the program go before. The Minister of Social Welfare, Melrose Kamanzi, don't say them as a ministry they work on getting social work regulations law them na the country. He talked this to journalists them na the new office na New Englandville, where UNICEF Sierra Leone bin go donate bike and laptops them to the Ministry of Social Welfare as way for a push them work go before. For more on this, make we join with your reporter Mohamed Abu Conte.
And one of the things that we have been working on together is how do we get a social work regulatory law in this country. When we say social work regulatory law, is the law that will regulate the work that you social workers do, is the law that will regulate the facilities that social workers run or where social workers work. The regulatory bill also looks at organizations that give services, social work services. So this law, we have been working to make sure that this country have a law. Now, we have put together a bill that needed to go to cabinet. I want to now bring you the good news that was presented in this last cabinet in Bo, where it has been approved. Your social work regulatory bill has now been approved by cabinet. And the two prayers that we had there, one was that cabinet approves the bill. The second one, that cabinet allows the Minister of Social Welfare to table this bill in Parliament where it will be debated and passed into a law. So the first part, that is the approval, has been granted by cabinet. So the second one is for me now, as a minister, and indeed the ministry, to table this bill in Parliament now for approval. This is something UNICEF, this is something that is also very close to the heart of UNICEF, just as it does with us. They are looking forward to it, and we have been working together. We have had series of consultative engagements, even up to university students. So this is a good news, a law that will now give you a license as social worker. That you are practicing as a social worker, you have to have a license. Of course, if you go and impersonate to say that you are a social worker without a license, it has its own penalty in that law. So the law will deal with you. So registration of social workers, license of social worker, registration of social work facilities. For example, orphanages, the interim care centers, King George's, the 6th home, all of those places where that temporary shelter, yes, residential care, all of those ones have to register in the ministry, and then they have to have a license. Guess what? In that same law, we are having a social work council. So there's going to be a council that supports the regulation of this. There will be a chairman that will be appointed by His Excellency the President, and then there will be an executive secretary appointed by the minister in consultation with the council. So do the day-and-day running. Of course, there will be finance people. There will be different kinds of people working in the council. So that council will be an establishment that will be overseen by the ministry, just as we have the trafficking task force now. We have the Commission for Disability. So that council will also be established, and it will be under the supervision of the minister and the ministry. This is how it's going to work. So social work thing is not going to be business as usual anymore. After the law, you are running a home, it's not registered, and you have not met the minimum standard, we close it. Simple. You are a social worker, you have not registered, you don't have the requisite skills, you don't have the qualification, and you pose yourself as a social worker, you will be penalized. So it's coming, watch out. So for those who are practicing social work and you haven't gotten the requirement, there's fire on the mountain. You need to run. go and get your social work degree, go and get your certificate or whatever, so that you'll be eligible to get your certificate, to get your license, okay? I just thought at this point I needed to bring this up because the work that we are doing is going to be regulated by this thing, and the work that we are doing is being enhanced by this donation. You will only benefit from all of this when you're a registered and licensed social worker. So convey my message to UNICEF that we are hard on it and that very soon we'll be going to Parliament now for approval. Everything is falling in place, building the capacities, both soft and hard. We are very grateful, and I want to thank.
The program is still listening to now Wi Yone Salone. They come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. You get to live from the studios in Brookfields and surf the internet on www.riseradiosl with support from AfriCell. Continue for sending text message to the number 077 963 960 077 963 960 and the number where you go send a text message to, and we go with our members still inside the program today. We talk about the National Strategic Plan for Open Government Partnership 2024 to 2028. And for take that, we still get inside the studio Hannah Hamida Jimmy, we are the OGP Coordinator, and Chef Kalilu Totangi, we are the Chairman for NaCCED, as inside the studio for can talk about the launch of another edition with the theme Civic Education for Democracy and National Cohesion will be happening at State Hall inside Parliament Building over the weekend.
Okay, so I'll come again to you, Anna, as we don't make mention about things them way, the improvement the way done they happen the well of Parliament, which we make mention of the people them with physically challenged, we themselves don't they get the opportunity for make then they go interact with parliamentarians and them. But one important thing again, now the rapport between CSO and Parliament them where this document being looked at. You can explain, tell people about that particular side.
Well, as I say, Parliament don't make so much progress. So the fourth National Action Plan, one of the things the way we look at and where we don't set up sober one. Now for make sure say for build a very good relationship between we honorable members of Parliament and civil society. You know, say they always get this confrontational attitude. So we decide say for bridge that gap there, let form this network we go comprise honorable members of Parliament from all the political parties at that time, and also representative from all the parties at that time, Parliament, and also civil society them. So what do we do that same day together with the Office of the Clerk of Parliament, Westminster Foundation for Democracy. They make sure say we get representatives from across the districts, all the districts, then bring them can Freetown. They also invite a wider set of civil society then inside Freetown. So now then go sit down. They elect the civil society then, because now be a smaller group where comprise I think 19 people. So 6 from civil society, 6 from the honorable members of Parliament. Then you get WFD, you also get the OGP Coordinator and few development partners there. So then form this way then called PALCISONET. Okay. Then a Parliamentary Civil Society Network. So then form that PALCISONET there. They don't get office now, a fully functional office now Parliament, where the office structure there is fully equipped with everything where they need. So every civil society, and I should say also the media, then gets that office there in case you go Parliament, you want for so copy documents quick, or you go Parliament, you want for student rights, you report quick, that office there, you can go use that office there. And also waiting, they also do again, we say, you know, it's not so just the PALCISONET, we also need for get support among the honorable members of Parliament. So we form the OGP Parliamentary Working Group. Now then they for support OGP, because nearly most of the OGP commitments it gets for do with policy reforms where later go turn bills and go get for regional parliaments. So if we don't get this parliamentary working group, now then they make sure say they push some of them bill and make sure say then go through parliament.
So another thing again we the document been talking about to get for those access to justice. Now efforts them don't be made plenty for make people get the accessibility. But again, as one organization where the government they partner with, how now don't they see the access to justice in the country?
Well, access to justice, you get the Justice Sector Coordinating Office, and then they facilitate the commitment, say the implementation of that commitment, say.
Okay.
And why we say the Justice Sector Coordinating Office, then they're able for coordinate among all the players then at the justice sector, and they send reports to Justice Sector Coordinating Office. So whatever we want for do when we work with the Justice Sector Coordinating Office, then we don't look at waiting at the challenges then. As chairman be the sages now, some of them commitments here will not the justice don't know more will say, Lord take access to justice. The role of the civil society and the steering committee, civil society now they know waiting at the day-to-day burning issues them of citizens them. So now then they able to bring and come na that platform day and make sure so promote them. And also, we not they just get them commitments there. So we they go around to citizens and make sure say we get their involvement. Like radio program like this, una know say we they sensitize, we they educate people and feedback from text messages they also can also help with how we work where we they do.
Okay, Kalilu, over to you again. Where you be talk, you make mention, say because of funding, una not going to go down to everybody for make them go know waiting now the context of this plan. So waiting our acts now that waiting now citizen their role, we then go play for see that say this strategic plan so push go before.
Well, everything in national about the citizens them. You know, where I say we not get the resources for go to everybody, that don't mean say we not they collaborate because most of the work what we do now through partnerships. We get CBOs, we get ordinary community youth groups them. We work with several places and around this country. We don't do that over time, you know. So the one and that we rely on. Now the thing is, we want to ensure that the citizens then they actually know what's in the go apart from the rumor, because the danger where it can be pan the government business, people don't know what is going on, and if information or the people they create their own information. They make a rumor and then cannot take over. So it's fake news or whatever, especially over some time. Man, they bring their own burden, they change your number, they make us. So that's what we want to do is to create an avenue where information actually about what is actually happening in government will filter down to the people of Sierra Leone. How will they do them? Now, through the relationships that we then we partners there, we get access to the people in our communities there. Now, you know, see, information sharing is not cheap. You sit down there, you know, what's in involved. And how do we do that remains a challenge. But at some other times, then we don't get like we come to the election. So we see several partners then come, they want for support we from we'll do animation, we'll do IC materials, we'll do engagement with young people there. Now the kind of things in that only for and that's what we have in a full bloom strategy. And this strategy will not just do and so no more writing, no more in literature. We'll cost activities them for the next 4 years. So then they now, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna share our strategic plan with government, with other development partners then. So this is what we want to do in the area of civic education. So if we're saying we're going to do civic education for democratic process, then at Pillar 1, there is a cost we involved in Pillar 1. Most another group will say, okay, we just are interested in the democratic element. Then can pick that up and support that. And we hope so we're getting people that will support that. And even the private sector will say, okay, we are interested in the civic education for development element. So in that element, then we support the agriculture or support whatever it is, then take that tab, they will work on it. So that's why we're not just going to do civic education wholesomely. We are going to do civic education in support of this. Civic education in support of this. And there is a strategy plan and where it costs with activities, and those activities are costed. And we hope say when we will reach out to people that we get goodwill towards the work or the work, okay. So they will support them in the.
All right. So by any chance, this plan get for go to school picking them within a school?
Well, actually, the plan also for school picking them, but then it affects really because we got a civic education for national consciousness where they deal with. Let me tell you what's happening now to the civic education and to the school picking them. We don't do at the basic education level, class 1 to JSS 3. Now, say the Ministry of Basic Education don't review the syllabus, the curriculum for this country. So what they don't do, they don't put now civics day for senior secondary school level. And what we need to do with that is to develop teaching and learning materials we for cover senior secondary school. And also work inside this strategic plan. We talk about civic education at the tertiary level. In some places, then there's some courses, then the way they go I don't call it, we go to university. I don't call it some places, then they call it African studies or something. They say all man, whether you learn science, whether you learn arts, whether you learn nursing, all man they learn that 3 credit hour course. And that's what we want to get civic education to be in the university. So each student go learn 3 credit hours of civic education, and it go contribute to us in final degree. That way, by the time you come out na university, you have had a niche of what it is that civic education involves.
All right, continue for so to in the program. In him na Kalilu Totangi, when the chairman for NaCCED. Well, NaCCED go take this short break when we come back with the program.
Make we play
The Wall of Fortune. Winning don't come. Winning don't bust. With over 5 million new leons in total cash prize, Africa will give you chance to win plenty money. Now the Wall of Fortune radio and television game show.
Join the African family every Tuesday and Thursday and stand a chance to win thousands of new leons. Now the African Wall of Fortune promotion.
For qualify, just dial *424# or you call or send empty message to 424 for just 1 new leons and get chance for win. You can also top up at least 2 new leons, 2 happy money, and double your chances them. The more you top up 2 happy money, now the more chance you will get for win. Make we play the Wall of Fortune.
The Wall of Fortune show go there live on AYB TV, Afri Radio, African Salone Facebook page, and all major radio stations them na the country live every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 o'clock na net. Make we play the Wall of Fortune.
The more you call or send empty message to 424 or top up 2 new leons with your happy money, now the more chance you get for win thousands of new leons from Africell Wall of Fortune promotion.
Win big and increase your chances with the high or low risk and watch your money multiply with Africell. Make we play
The Wall of Fortune.
The program where they listen to now, Wi Yone Salone, they come to you live from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. So I'll come back to you again, Kalilu Totangi. Now, inside this document, make mention about the strategic priority, them way on a strategic goal, on a say the NaCCED overall strategic goal over the next 5 years from 2024 to 2028 to get for be like one for maximize the use of civic education, for getting to democratic process them and improve governance for us related economic growth and same also for reduce poverty and peace in the country. So tell me about the strategic priority then.
No, when we talk about peace in our country, not to for the heck of it, development hinge on peaceful coexistence in our society. And when people then live together, they have a similar focus. And we talk say civic education, for many people then go able to participate in the development of their country. So, for instance, when we talk about people they know for take kush, okay, because we know say taking kush, it not only they affect their health, where it will affect the economy, where it can up and health, but because they know they participate in the economic development of the country, poverty go there, and it go drive that poverty go drive them, and the families them. So it's a holistic thing. When we talk about to people then about how they should behave within the law and society, now for Marco make sure so we not get chaos. And outside chaos day, no progress no day. The ultimate aim of what we're going to do now make we say civic education for democracy and national cohesion. Now the theme of this particular strategic plan what we do for this 4 years. So we are saying that civic education is important for every facet of the national life. That's basically what we are saying. And so we are saying we should employ civic education for enhanced people then participation inside the national life. And if people then conscious about what they have to do as citizens for make their country move forward and then take action on that one, we think say it could be a good thing for this country.
Okay, possibly the listening one for asking the first strategic plan this way. NaCCED don't do.
No, these are the second strategic plan. We do strategic plan 2019 to 2023, and we even review that in 2022.
Because I just want to ask, how the review process been there? Like?
Yeah, the review process, well, the first review we'll do in 2022 of that first strategic plan. A number of things then we become alive to several other things then. Because like I have said, we will come first, we've been focused basically for make sure say we do the things that we need for do for introduce civic as a subject, a standalone subject of teaching and learning in the schools. So by 2022, we don't almost get that done. And there was the democracy, the elections of 2023 were on their way coming. How do we get engaged with that? They will engage with UNDP. What do we do? With the young people, we do call them youth at risk. So under the peace building fund, they say, okay, we can work with you guys for more to reach out to these young people so that a person not go say, because this is not my wife, enough for vote, who say I want for vote, who say me want for vote, and they for vote. So we started going to those communities, we begin to talk to the people there about tolerance, and about the rights of individuals them and the responsibilities them, and we make them sit down with them chiefs them, then policemen them, so that they will get discussion. Instead of them begin throw stones at one another, we decided that we should put them together. What's it make you know like this man? What's in this man they do wrong? What's this man? So the chiefs then they say that young man, they know the cheerful listen. The young man and say the chiefs then they high-handed. Okay. At the end of the day, they will be able to talk and get an understanding on how they will live together peacefully as citizens of their communities.
Okay, so Pillar 4, they talk about civic education for national consciousness. We want to outline so many strategies, but one panic in the strategy we want to outline now that together for do with promotion of media and information literacy skills and digital citizenship for peace. How we really plan for do that one day?
You know, we are using, everybody they use the social media. Everybody, even at the village, they get something. One thing we will know is when you don't receive something, you don't read them, you don't internalize them, then you just left us so, you share them. You not able to think about the ramifications of that you share or you don't share. So what we want to do is for make we go get people then go understand, say, to every share there is a reason and there is a danger as well. Okay. And many people don't know go use their own access to social media, the smartphone. For many they don't go use them for bully other people there. There's ramification for that. People are committing suicide because they are being bullied by somebody who get a smartphone. So all of these things then, yes, digital media, you can use it for what purposes? You're able to use them for advanced development. You're able to use them for business. You're able to use them for do research for your school and all of that. But if you only for use them more for fun, what is the ramification? So if you spend 24 years for get data, gig data, and all that gig data, what are you doing with it? Now, for just share a phone, and so you're losing money, you're not making money out of it. How can people benefit from the digital age where President Ebi they call the fourth industrial revolution? How can Sierra benefit? So when government they say we come for create jobs, they didn't say they are going to create more departments and create jobs. They are going to create the enabling environment for many people that will be able to create things for themselves. How do we help them? How do we help them to understand where those opportunities might lie and how they can make use of those opportunities? That's what we're talking about in that element we want to do.
Okay, so before you left me, Mr. Totangi, how the monitoring process will go for be like for the strategic plan? So how we go make sure say we monitor and foresee that say the challenges them and the lapses they want to face in the previous one, the previous strategic plan or this previous plan have been get no we call na this one so.
That's why if you look at that strategic plan, we get a foolproof monitoring strategy. We would use the mail strategy for monitor and evaluate things then going forward. Unfortunately, for we do the OHO method the last time around. We not be home in. I mean, if we go for go again 2 years later or almost 3 years later, we decide for go review with strategy because we not been get we monitoring plan right. Mostly because will not be get a boost, enough boost on the ground for do things there. So, for instance, some project they'll be to do so for then solar TV then. Because the monitoring plan, we're not going for kick out, we've been going for send people then back in the field for going and I remember saying when I all going to some different communities, right? For see how it was going. But this time we don't take all of that experiences on board. Now I say with the last many years we don't exist, now inform the changes they will make on the strategic plan. So you will read them say we got a foolproof monitoring plan where it will able for guide we and able for make we take notes as to the move from stage to stage.
So finally, there is an expectations we always posing or people or an organization they pull out a document. This one a 5-year document we get for one from
4-year document.
4-year document from 2024 to 2028 with a lot of target that will not be indicate. So posing go on for no what are our expectations at the end of the day?
We set benchmarks. We send benchmarks. We get an idea because of we get some idea of where we are with ABCD. So we will not give ourselves too much high. We say we won't forget something like a 30% improvement by 2028. Something that they want for see some indicators say. So we not say one for achieve the whole world. Somebody may tell me say civic education is very expansive. It cover all things, and because it cover all things, you can only bite a chunk. So that's why we have these strategic pillars and actions we'll take, and we measure what's our officer we do now and how far one for go. And we not say one for go too high, but one for do something where other person could build on for get ahead going forward.
Okay, plain thank you for we don't be part of the program today. In name now Kalilu Totangi, we are the chairman for National Civic Education. As he be done there also for can tell you more about the document where them people now do recently when a 4 years plan. Also, I don't talk plenty in them as this particular one self they complement government in 5 big game changers them. 077-960-960 and number and we say go send a text message and be part of the program. Well, also we'll take another insert inside the program today. Salone do welcome the Ethiopia Airlines air service na the Freetown International Airport. Na lunge inside Freetown, outside the airline been done begin for operate. As this now one way for bringing the two countries them together. This airline go get for the operate 3 times per week na Salone. Reporter Rosalind Kamara be the part as a gonna report.
Air transportation na one important sector where they help for bring development to the economy of any country. Through better air transportation, a country go able improve on a regional and international connection to other countries them, where that go help for improve trade, promote tourism, and serve open more job opportunities for people them in that particular country day. But over the past years, country them like Salone not to don they benefit from the air transportation compared to other first world countries them na the world. And this na because of the amount of people na Salone where they use air transportation from Salone to other countries them and the cost of ticket price na Salone. For sake of this make the Ministry of Transport and the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation don't they engage with different bodies them whether into airline transportation for see how the airlines then they go able for put them business na Salone. As part of this engagement, whether they go on over the past years from them two bodies they also make finally the Ethiopian airline, when one of the biggest airlines in Africa, don't begin run a Salone. And this airline, they run about 3 times inside the week. Inside this airline, they carry over 100 passengers them. And as for the first time, where this airline they come na Salone, make workman them na the Ministry of Transport and the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation don't go receive this airline. Where in be the talk, the Minister of Transport, Alhaji Fande Toure, talk say this event na a testament of their commitment.
Bilateral relations between Sierra Leone and the Federal Republic of Ethiopia started just after Sierra Leone gained its independence in 1961. In the true spirit of Pan-Africanism and a way of demonstrating our commitment to the African Unions and African Civil Aviation Commissions, I, together with the Director General, we signed a bilateral air service agreement with our brothers from the Federal Republic of Ethiopia at the ICAO Air Services Negotiation event hosted in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in December 2023. 5 months on, we are here to welcome the first Ethiopian Airlines here at the Freetown National Airport. This is a testament to the fact that with sincerity of purpose and commitment, we can achieve a lot within a short space of time as Africans.
The minister be also say,
the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maida Bio, identified aviation as one of the drivers of socio-economic development as represented in the new aviation infrastructure here at the Freetown National Airport. There is certainly no better time for Ethiopian Airlines to start flying into Freetown with our remarkable score in both ICAO security and safety audits in 2019 and 2023 respectively. The state stands at 71% in terms of aviation security. The government, through my ministry, is committed to working with Ethiopian Airlines and all other players in the industry to ensure our people and the general traveling public get the required satisfaction while traveling by air.
Where in be the talk also, the Vice President for the Ethiopian Airlines, Heli Melikot Mamo, say they're glad for do business with Salone, and also say Salone are the 150 destination where the airline they operate.
We'd like to bring to Sierra Leone a service. We'd like to indicate that we are here to provide services to our African brothers. It makes me proud to say that we are only on the 65th destination connecting Africa with itself. Today, my landing is 7870 in Freetown. I imagine that 65 different cities in Southern Africa, in Eastern Africa, in Western Africa, in Central Africa, which was our last airport. So today, say to Freetown, if you want to travel tomorrow to our
Inside Ayon talk, the Minister of Tourism, Nabila Tunis, encouraging people in Yasso for see Salone as a tourist destination.
I'm very pleased to hear about the connectivity and as a sector working within government, we are here to provide the tools that we need to make sure that the movement keeps as productive. And as it is my pleasure to also congratulate everyone who has been part of this journey, getting us to this point. I think it's exceptional and it's a wonderful place to be. It was quite interesting to see the aircraft land here and seeing it parked by SN Brussels. It sent a very clear message to the entire world to know that Sierra Leone is connected. It's connected.
The Director General for the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation, Musa Yoro Bari, talk say they know they engage the Ethiopian Airlines management. This na because they want for open Salone to the rest of the world as na part of President Bio in agenda. For Rise Radio, me na Rosani Kamara the report.
ActionAid Salone don't support students them with start-up kits to the Life by Design Soul Hands Vocational Training Center within our Wellington at the eastern part of Freetown. And according to the executive director for ActionAid Salone, Fode Bassis Soare, say this now one way for support the president in priority for empower young people them and give back to the community. For more on this, make we join Patricia Kabia.
For push the president in big 5 priority for the country, when for provide job opportunity for youth man them. ActionAid Salone don't play one vital role for make sure say this go be achieved by how them go support give working materials them to Life by Design Vocational Training Center school picking them within at the Wellington at the east part of Freetown. This initiative we go get for tap on employment and the same way so provide them with necessary skills and resources for making the job easy. Arul Conte, education specialist and project manager na ActionAid Salone, be talk about the project and in the same way so say this.
The project title na Action to Empower Marginalized Adolescent Girls. And this project they be implemented now 2 kind of districts. In Western area, the project targets 5 communities. We get Looking Town, we get Uptown Bar, we get Skulatri, Brahma Lane, and then Newstead Lane. The project, they target only girl picking where they within the age of 12 to 19 years, where maybe they don't drop out of school for various reasons, or some not even get the opportunity for going to school, tailoring, catering, and ear dressing.
The head of programs and policy na NaCCED, Mohammed Fofana, been talk this.
That said, it's important that we target adolescent girls. And when we watch at the context of Sierra Leone, we have a good number of adolescent girls that are grossly disturbed, marginalized, harassed based on certain factors within our society. The amount of money is around 300,000 pounds sterling, which when translated into our currency is billions of leones, which I cannot correctly estimate here. But if the exchange rate is today 23,000, then just multiply 23,000 by 300,000 euro, then you can get the leon value of that. So because we are accountable and transparent, we have a whole board in our office where you can easily access the information and have a deeper information with regards to this project. So going forward, definitely, we are calling all other development parts. We are calling on donors. We are calling particularly on the government of Sierra Leone that this area is a gray area. It is important that we turn our attention and focus on girls that have dropped out of school and are not willing to return to formal schooling. An alternative like this can provide them a better life, and by extension, it can make Sierra Leone a better place to live.
And continue for say this na way how dem sef go contribute na the community and the economic at large. With this backdrop, we make the Deputy Minister for Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, Emilia Goga, be say this.
They will come make where they land something. Where they can't do them things together, they're so expensive. Then actually they're so transparent in their doing. They meet the community people, they work with them. They meet the people then. When they don't get on this business for training and they meet them. They say, we directly know they do the training. But we go pass through and train them people there. Look the things them, we don't pack them. Do ya, we will not stop. When we don't graduate, we will come together, make a team, let us continue the good work. As young girls, adolescent girls, we will be able to come inside for do extraordinary things.
Some students themselves will benefit from the facility they are. Themselves we get this for say.
Like, say I'm not they go school, now they don't put me in school. So now, actually, kids supply giving books, bags, even pen. Everywhere I can go to school, they supply me plenty things there. So now I tell actually plenty for what I don't do for.
On behalf of my colleagues, students then, I dare forgive a brief testimony for waiting action they don't do for me. Example to me. I've been there out there, me complain they say me that I do, I don't get nothing for do. And indeed I've been true. Because I won't be able to help me or that they do anything for me. That's one of my pass. Today I did so, tomorrow I did so. As in terms of time now, as they see me, people in the air, look at the camp. It will be really easy for me. Then they really pull it and suffering. Then if I remember waiting I be the go to school, I will take people in time now, so it's not easy, not really easy. But they really try for me and they can't give me transport, talk so we advise me.
This now for continue the dedication for push skills and self-reliant young population in line with the President's vision for a brighter future for this country. Reporting for Rise Radio, Mina Patricia Kabia.
0779639639 number and we say go send text message and be part of the program. That's why we'll take another insight inside the program today. The Electricity Water Regulatory Commission don't sign memorandum of understanding with Salone Water Company Union. This MOU now for enhanced sustainable production distribution for say people and get safe, pure and quality water in the country. This be happening inside Parliament as your reporter Fatima Tabangura gets my gonna report.
The Electricity Water Regulatory Commission now one sector where they play important role for efficient, reliable and fair service then at the country. Then same way so they regulate and give license, traffic setting, quality and safe water and safe they monitor the water coming the operation na the country. Now for second that make the Electricity Water Regulatory Commission through the Parliamentary Committee Committee of Water Resources. Now the Salone Parliament don't sign Memorandum of Understanding with the Water Company Union. This come after where the committee be engaged EWRC and the Water Union for see how them go work as one, where in be they talk to member of parliament them, but the MOU, the Deputy Director General for the Electricity Water Regulatory Commission, Honorable Cheka Samai, the start for talk but the objective of this MOU.
The main objective of the MOU is to enhance sustainable production, distribution, and sales of safe drinking water across the whole of Sierra Leone, thereby safeguarding the health and well-being of the public. The roles and responsibilities we really name form the crux of our being here. Roles and responsibilities will begin with EWRC. By statute, this waiting we ask no more with this house being given, na no more we put here verbatim. One, we for perform the function in full as per we act. We include formulating and enforcing regulations which govern the production, the packaging, the labeling, the distribution and sales of sachet and bottled water in Sierra Leone. We will conduct regular inspections and assessments when necessary, and we will do it in collaboration with the union. Going forward, we know they ever do again without una.
The Deputy Director, Sheka Samai, be carry on for say.
And we will do this for ensure full compliance so that we will meet the regulatory frameworks we all are set together. We other responsibility we will say here with issue license, permits, and certificates for water producing companies as per we act. And also we will use whatever gains from renting and they will do for enhanced proper management of our space so that UNICEF will give you safer water. We will collaborate with relevant stakeholders for develop and implement strategies would enhance the production, distribution, and sales of safe drinking water. So basically, this would encourage every water producing company in Sierra Leone for being part of this union. And also, the union said that they work close with the members for ensure full compliance with the regulation provisions and the industry in best practices for strict compliance and regulatory framework. The union want to ensure that a membership, especially the one with the sachets and bottled water, they produce the kind of water which Salone people want. And they want to see that everybody within in that business is registered with commission.
Issa Nyon talk, the president for the Sierra Leone Water Company Union, Abat Jones, talk about the reason why they form the union. The president will continue for say.
The reason why we form this, now for make the water we go drink na Western and Godrich, the same taste you go drink our plant. Now that makes sense for us in the crowd, we even get Kenema represented now. And we want to tell una say, now una give we small time, if not 2 months, so we'll go round this town and bring everybody together, get the full database. Before now, someone with them, we start good work. We believe that the team will get ready for make this particular committee proud. Because what I want for tell the committees, now this is not the only business where 90% of Sierra Leonean and indigenous they do. No other business. And we just want for do them so that we will prove say it is possible Sierra Leoneans can control business and they can be successful and it can be good and can compete. Yes, we were there, we don't get work now. We work now for make sure say cholera no ever day, typhoid no ever day. Now we make sure say we water, then clean. We go through all the tests, then can secretariat. If you don't know, the tax force go they go to una, train una, see say una do the right.
After we then done for sign the MOU, the deputy chairman for the Water Resources Committee, Honorable Engineer Fale Tembe, begets this for say.
As we all know, water na life. Today, very historic in the sense that the Water Union and EWRC, when I don't decide for collaborate, for come together, for work as a team. And we in our parliament, they serve today as living witnesses for this historic occasion. So, my own admonition to we all, now the fact that we are water na life. And if water na life, not to follow can do this beautiful job for sign the MOU. Not to for just so we get the power. For say now we don't get union. But what we want for see now for they do, now for make sure say the water way they out there na the streets. let it be pure water when people in take for put na the sachet. When una do that, una don't help for promote with health condition, una don't help for promote several other things there. Of course, you know say water, na who they drink. Water, na who they wash with. Water, na who they do everything with. So I want to tell una a very big thank you on behalf of we all. Of course, the chairman don't talk. We want for say una go out there and do the job we would expect for una do when I make the MOU na the cancer.
The president, Abat Jones, will end up for encourage water company them for make the work and see them produce clean water na the country. Reporting for Rise Radio, me na Fatma Sabangura.
The program where they listen to now, Wi Yone Salone, where they come to a live now, number 20 All Street Studios, as we broadcast live now studios, right inside All Street. Well, inside the program today, we get Hannah Hamida Jimmy, who is now the OGP Coordinator, as it inside the studio, as it be done to talk plenty about the OGP them document to them pull this BNTM. So we'll come to you again, and now we'll be done to talk about so many things them. One other two way you be make mention about now the access to information. Now according to our report, we now talk about the how most of them government offices them, we include ministries, departments, and agency them, be done develop plenty proactive publication scheme them, but still one part the key thing that they're supposed for the actually disclose their information they outside for make the public self go get knowledge, but how then they run their offices them, but still it's still limited. We mean say not to all of the MDAs and they actually disclose the information and when I make mention about how self woman themselves still then performance still is very very low in terms of how woman then for be part of the flow of information. You can make people get better understanding about that particular side.
Access to information, first of all, before you be member of this global open government partnership, na criteria you meet as a country.
Okay.
One of the criteria them na access to information. I think na the final one where Salone meets na 4 criteria. You get income and assets disclosure, you get citizens engagement, you get fiscal transparency, then you get access to information. So inside 2030, when them pass down there as an act of parliament, automatically now Salone become qualified for being member of the open government partnership. So coming back to access to information, they don't set the pillar them for make sure say this work. Just recently, they get updates from them. Part of this national action plan, the commitment to get on access to information, they tell you say we forget proactive disclosure, we forget 40 MDAs them where proactively they disclose information. That way see they mean by proactive disclosure. That before people ask for them, they don't already make the information available. But say the Right to Access Information Commission, when you want as journalist, academic, researcher, or anybody, when you want certain information, you write a request to the Right to Access Information Commission. You fill that request form there, and based on that request form there, you go able to get the information where you want. So then say they don't the Right to Access Information in the updates quite recently. They tell we say the barrier will be set for this, or the targets will be set for this national action plan. Now be 42. Then already don't tell we say they don't exceed that 40 day. Say we be want 40 MDAs for proactively disclose the information. And they say they don't almost reach that targets day, and this for happen within 4 years. But if they already do them before the 4 years, we get for review and make sure say we add Panam.
Okay, so quickly one, let me take the text messages that were inside the studio. We first text start with the text for Clinton when Matula they ask say which impact on I feel say this plan go get to transparency and accountability inside government operations them. Another text are also the text from Godrich when Musa they say do you outline for the implementation strategy for the plan. And another text are also they say waiting now the impacts them. Okay, yes. Another text also they say how will the progress and effectiveness of this plan be monitored and evaluated? I think, but it's not clear about it. And I the person try for acts. And the last one will they take 2 more way. This one they say Una been get any different stakeholders then will be involved in development of this plan also, and we last text her for today they ask what are some of the main challenges them una encountered during the formulation of this plan. This are the text messages they were inside the studio will you really time for make you answer.
So the implementation strategy, what we can do, we as NaCCED, OGP, now we they coordinate the affairs of the OGP, of them commitments here. So now that make most of the time, all the time, when we they get the commitments here, or they get series of consultations. The first consultation, what they do, now with citizens them. We're not going to bring everybody on board, but we can bring specific people in. Like the MDAs then, so we they bring representatives from different MDAs because now then get for do the work. Then they bring civil society representatives them, and we also they bring the media. Where then your role now for the media now for make sure say they go help with for disseminate the information. And the civil society now also for discuss with the MDAs then say now them particular here now burning issues the way citizens they want for see reforms or policy, then develop policy around them here. Then we can get that discussion there. So based on all that bokutin they get, so they come back, we review, we bring on the MDAs then. This now the technical meeting where all the experts and they can sit down. So based on what they don't say, waiting people they don't do. Now there's specific activities there so we they get for do. Like when you talk about open extractives and beneficial ownership, you go get a specific policy way for put in place for make sure say companies they make the information public. You see the owners behind beneficial ownership. So then they can give specific activities the way then they do, where now make we get time bound if we implement them within 4-year period. But inside this 4-year period, the OGP Global, they send an independent researcher. We know the Salone, they come out, like the current researcher in South Africa, they come, they go meet the MDAs then specifically how far una don't go for implementing commitments here, the milestones there. Wait una don't do. If they say, okay, we don't this policy, we don't put her in place. Waiting at the reports them, how many people be participate by that meeting day? Waiting at the reports, waiting at the policy, you know say policy na paperwork, documents where they go don't write. Or even the reports then, even the consultation where they all you must write a report on that consultation, you must get attendance list. So the researcher they ask for all the evidence here. Then they also talk to the civil society counterparts them. Say you the parts of this process. You feel say waiting and they say so now, waiting the government people and they say that they don't actually implement Sunday. So you see it can both ways. I think I answered 3 of the questions there in Dandy. The strategy and the impacts and the progress. Yeah. So now so you they take for monitor the progress, and when you know the when you don't can get all that information they can and go, it puts in reports together. Then when you don't write in reports, it send out to we for verify. Okay. Then when you send out to we for verify, after we verify, it send them back na the website, the OGP website, so you can already talk about and say these documents then at the website. Let citizens then go look at the documents and say we self be they parts of this process. So citizens then give them feedback, say yes, then they parts of this process. So all that now they give you final report say, okay, based on waiting and be said and they implement inside these 4 years. Now yeah, they don't reach. This now the challenges them. Now so they do for overcome them challenges there. So that report say they come out. They call a mid-term review. Okay. And before they get a new action plan, they do an end-of-term review. This now the same process they go through say, okay, we don't almost reach the end. Wait till we are able to accomplish so far. Then give you all that information there. So now so we they take for monitor the strategy and also the progress. Even the impact self, you go know like when you talk about the GIWI Act, it come up now an OGP commitment. Now everybody know about the GIWI Act. If you look now with National Action Plan 4, then in one of the commitments where they inside that action plan day. And you see we don't fully implement. I imagine from policy to bill, say it become an act of parliament. So the stages they always if we go to it be they part of the activities the way OGP for do.
Okay, well, continue for still inside the program. Well, for more on courts, we could join Esther Nene Kamara.
As we continue for look inside the case between the state and Ali Jafar, Magistrate Santigi Bangwana Panamba Court number 2, don't continue for give bail to Ali Jafar, where police being alleged say they see him with gun. Aleja filed on the Tima before magistrate na court for answer to 6-count charge them. Possession of arms without license contrary to Section 22, Subsection 1 of the Sierra Leone Commission on Arms and Ammunition Act 2023, possession of ammunition without license, having in control of small arms without license, unlawful concealment of arms without license, keeping greater number of small arms without license, and carrying offensive weapon contrary to the laws of Sierra Leone. According to police find that Saturday, April 6, 2024, na Young Sports Club wey people call YSC, vacancy wey na Freetown, police bin allegedly say they accused Ali Jafar with one Makarov pistol wey no be licensed. Same whistle, na the same day and place, police bin allegedly say they accused person with 6 caliber 9.19mm gun wey no be licensed. Police be same whistle say the accused person be all weapon na public way according to law, im not supposed to do so. For go before with the case, the lawyer wey dey team up for the state, Yusuf Isaac Sise, be bring the cyber analyst witness na court for play and describe wetin dey happen on the video wey dem be bring na court as evidence. After the witness dey explain and describe the video na court, Magistrate Santigi Bangura be ask the defendant lawyer if dem get anything for say. To Majabi be tell the magistrate say dem go cross-examine the witness na the next adjournment date. Magistrate Santigi Bangura be continue for give bail to the accused person and send the case to June 14 this year. Magistrate Sake Kurana Panembao Court number 1 don send 19-year-old Justice Jusu Kalongo remand na the Male Correctional Center for wey police allege say a thief Josephus Cho Junior Mami wey dey work na the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources and Property dem wey cost 20,000 and 8 millions. For the first time, Justice Jusu Kalongo Tima before magistrate na court for answer to 2-count charge dem, housebreaking and larceny contrary to Section 26, Subsection 1 of the Larceny Act 1916. Police file say Tuesday, May 7, 2024 na W7 Sport Loop na Freetown, the accused person Justice Jusu Kalon be broke and enter Josephus Cho Junior Mami house and thief Gabbana perfume, 2 multicolor shirts, 1 solar wake study light with a boku charger dem, 1 Akuraba wall hanging, 2 Ralph Lauren polo, 1 school bag and money wey na 200 leones. The total cost of all wetin the accused be allegedly thief na 212,414 leones. Na count 2, May 10, 2024, the accused been thief 1 silver flash drive, 1 pair white towel, thermal base loyal long sleeve, 2 sets underwear, 1 bottle cocktail drink, and other things that will cost 20,000 and 8 leones when na Josephus Cho Junior Mami a property. When dem be read and explain the charging to the accused person, they not be talk nothing. That will make Inspector Kadi Taylor wey dey push the case na court, be tell the magistrate say he need more time for talk to the complainant. Magistrate Sakekura no be give bail to the accused person and send am go remand na the Male Correctional Center na Freetown so till June 13 this year. For Rise Radio, Mina Esther Nene Kamara.
Amida, we dey wrap up now. Wetin go be a message to people wey dey listen to you?
Well, the final message go be that with this na the commitments them strengthen domestic implementation of anti-corruption measures and compliance and engage youthful populace, open extractives and beneficial ownership, systematic disclosure of extractive data, access to justice, access to information, and open parliament. This na the commitments them. If una go na we websites, una go see the documents there. And una can also help we for monitor progress. Una can come back to we with questions and updates, wait till una want for know. So una self will be part of this process because when I fully implement them, na developments for Sierra Leone.
Plenty thank you to you, Hannah Hamida Jimmy, we are the OGP Coordinator, and Chef Kalilu Totangi, we are the chairman for NaCCED, will be there with we inside the studio. Well, also, we on Salon go left for today, and remember, we on Salon a program with from Rise Radio 96.3 FM, with support from Africa. Plenty thank you to Una always send a text messages them, and self we watch live on our Facebook page, and self listen to in our radio land on www.riseradio.sl.
Wi Yone Salone been come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM with support from Africa. Thank you to all we don't send a message and then watch you live now Facebook page. Thank you to reporter them self we don't bring the program come to now. We producer na Musa by studio engineer na Basiru Keta, John S. Koma and to Mubango we make us live now Facebook page, and we executive producer na Mariam Abba. We will bring this particular program come to you now today. My name is Samuel Ali Kamara.
And my name is David Solomon. Don't forget to listen to English news at 8 o'clock this evening time, and tomorrow morning for We Rise and Shine morning show. So till tomorrow we'll come with another edition of Wi Yone Salone. We want to wish you a lovely evening, and always stay tuned to Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Tata.